Alright, let's go. Didn't unlock anything yet, I'm guessing?
Not yet.
Motherfucker, you're useless.
I'm not useless.
I'm just kidding with you. USS Awesome Sauce.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yes, yes, of course. Should we kind of put that up? Let's try again. I'm used to listening to my own music when I play this stuff. Yeah. Alright, whatever. Oh, actually, how about actually keep going. I'll heal. Useless. This is nothing personal about what I'm doing.
Yeah, how nice of you to go ahead and kill us all.
Yes. Dick. Don't need that one. I'll go to the stress call after this one. I like to try to farm the early areas. Maybe that's not gonna help me. I like to try to farm the earlier areas for scrap and stuff before it gets too difficult. Of course, for this one, I can't shoot missiles because it has the anti-missile drop. So there's no point in me wasting missiles because we're just going to get shot down. So now, I have to aim for their engines. Not that it's going to do me any good in this case because they surrendered, but You locate the source of distress call, nearby human mining colony, unknown disease. See, this is why you always want to upgrade your medbay to level 2. You don't even need to power it, but there's a lot of opportunities like this one where you can synthesize cures, you get better rewards, and plus you also don't have to risk your crew. So if I'd use number 1, I'd be risking my crew, because I don't have the characters to send in that are immune to viruses, like the rock people and the robot people. I don't remember their names, don't honestly care, but yeah, I actually get rewards, and there's no I'm not risking any of my crew as a result. Dread pirate taco. Alright, taco. Get through the majority of the game just aiming for the opponent's shields first with a missile weapon, and then using your burst laser to shoot their weaponry out. As a result, you take less damage overall, and there's less of a threat of bad stuff happening. Let's go ahead and repair medbay there just in case. Don't really think we need to go to the story, so I'm just not going to worry about it. I'm not going to waste the fuel. Stay out of this? Okay, go nuts. The view is beautiful where there's nothing else around. Excellent. It's actually not bad, because most of the time fuel is 3 scrap each, and when you find the refueling stations, you definitely want to pick up as much scrap, fuel as you can for the scrap cost, because you're not going to get a better deal with that. Plus that gives me more jumps, honestly. They have tried to shut down your engines. Spectacular. Okay. Shields. I always want to try to be careful because you'll wind up wasting your shots if you not enough power. Oh, that's nice. Okay. Just gonna use a couple missiles there to at least keep the damage going and make it so they can't dodge me anymore. I know that the chances are pretty low at this point, but just in case. Let's defend the outpost. Technically, you can use the 1 and the 2 keys to make it quicker, but in this case, I just pause it most of the time and then fix it so that it's not a problem. Okay, so all he has now is just like a laser, and he repairs his weapons and stuff really slowly. As you can see, the laser is to get through the shield, so that's not such a huge problem. Doesn't really do damage to the shields unless you have a certain ship that has a bonus shield to it. That's 50. I'm gonna wait a little bit I try to avoid nebulas typically on principle because they're a pain in my fucking ass, but in this case it's more fortuitous for me to go into the nebula because then it's all green all the way there, all the way to the end of the game. Yeah, man. Just some scrap. Not particularly useful, but we don't know who you are, and we don't care. I always hate it when I'm too far away to jump to a near one, and I have to get forced to. That's not good. So now we're kind of running low on time here. I need my missiles. Let's go ahead and jump to the store, see if I can get anything useful. By this point, I try to have at least an extra crew member, so I have somebody running the engines. But as you can see, as I was saying before, for the fuel, now you have now it's 3 scrap for every 1 fuel, as opposed to 2 scrap for every 1 fuel. So obviously, if you're trying to min-max, then you kind of want to be careful. Unfortunately, I don't really have anything that I really want to buy from them. The burst laser is nice, but that's a lot of scrap just to get it powered. And right now, I want to be focusing on shields instead of anything else in particular. So at the moment, I'm just going to mostly just focus on purchase an unknown weapon for 65 scrap. Okay. Firebomb. Nice. Kinda useful. It means that I can put an extra power into I can put an extra power into weapons, and then after I get my first Artemis shot off with to bring down their shields, then I can just take the power away from it, put it in a firebomb, and then just start firebombing everything. Preferably, if you want to take down ships without destroying them, a good way to do it is firebombs. Because you can put a firebomb, you can put a firebomb into their oxygen room, and then people run in there to repair the oxygen room, they suffocate and die. Obviously that's good for you. But we'll see if we can manage that at the next stop. We have an enemy. Ooh, that's not good. We find you repugnant. Fuck you, asshole. Okay. As you can see, because because the guy that I have running the weapons he's leveled up, so it's making it so that since this is a rock scout, chances are they actually have rock people, so my chances of suffocating them to death is actually kind of low. So I'm not going to worry about it. Let's get you out of there, get you healing. this is another reason why I hate nebulas, because they put you in these crappy situations like this. Almost as bad as when you wind up in a tough fight in an asteroid field, but not quite as bad. Pretty close though.
Yeah, we got another.
Oh, excellent. Very nice. So you definitely want to make sure that your crew members have high health. The higher the health, obviously, the better. You don't want to take too many chances. So now I've got my energy back, so I can put everything back into weapons and the engines. Now we're just gonna pretty much hopscotch, take all the easy routes. Find it funny how it makes a little ding like you're on an airliner. Okay. We'll go ahead and just take the normal route. That we usually do. Oh, that sucks. Okay, well. That's not so bad because we still got their weapons down. Of course, we don't want them to escape. So we're just gonna aim a missile at their engine. In this case, we're not gonna accept surrender. We're gonna go ahead and firebomb their oxygen because it doesn't do any damage, but oh, I forgot I had Artemis going. Oops. Okay, well, maybe we'll have better luck next time. Yay, free stuff. I got a free drone thing, but I don't want to waste my scrap on, don't really want to waste my scrap on that, so I'm just gonna pretty much sell it. Cloaking is useful, but not entirely useful. So I think in this case, it's probably just better for me to sell that drone that I got for free, and then go into the ship, buy a couple of bars and shields, a couple power to power it up, and then I put, so now I have 2 shields. So pretty much there's not going to be a whole lot of threat to me at the moment. So I'm in a pretty good place. Since this is an auto assault, there's really no reason for me to use my firebomb, so I'm just going to take the traditional approach. I'm not going to worry too much. Not going to worry too much about, okay, we're going to turn the Artemis off. Just don't need that right now. He pretty much has no weapons, there's nothing. I opened the doors because, obviously there were fires there, and the quickest way to put them out without putting my crew at risk is to, another abandoned station, spectacular. The quickest way to take care of it without risking my crew is to just open all the doors and deprive the fire of oxygen, and it puts it out. Of course, obviously, then your oxygen drops really low, and you have to make sure that people don't die, essentially. Unfortunately. That was actually... Oh, fuck. It sucks. I let a guy die on accident. Alright, well... Oh well. Let's see. At least it was my shield. Like I can care less about shields at the moment. But weapons is definitely want to keep weapons. Unfortunately, now I'm about to get. Yeah, now I have intruders. I took care of that. Close all the doors. Wow. Actually, on this run, it's kind of shaping up to be kind of rough at this point now, because I've lost a crew member. Just going to asteroid field, why not? Sometimes you need to take a little risk to make some rewards. Since we have enough scrap, we're gonna go ahead and purchase. Push kind of fix first, but we're gonna go ahead and purchase a crew member to replace my falling crew member. So I don't want to waste all of my scrap on that. But also because he's an NG, I'm gonna put him in my shield room because defense is still important. They don't want to fight. Well, that's a damn shame. Oh, fuck. Yeah, we're just gonna let him do his thing here, because well, firebombs use missiles, so it's not gonna make a whole lot of difference. It's definitely a way to get good free XP. So I'd have preferred they didn't get away, so I can get the resources, but, you know, it's it. I'm gonna go ahead and get this fixed up, which will happen pretty quick because I have the engine. Of course, I have to kill him. Also, some good advice. If you happen to have intruders, try to get them into the medbay, and then send your crew in there, and you pretty much win every encounter. Or I should say, you can easily win every encounter. No missiles, but that's not a huge deal because, well, it is a huge deal offensively, but that's not really the game fix. That's another reason why you want to try to take out their their weapons take this damage, especially if you have rockets. You have missiles in your
Yeah.
yeah. That takes care of that. I got a missile.
There's nothing like this.
Yeah. Okay, that takes care of that. Easy scrap. Don't really have any, don't really have any missiles, so there's no point at this point in spending scrap to get power. Yeah, this is pretty useful. Automated reloader. I know that it's only 15%, but later in the game, if you happen to have a weapons focused ship, it's really useful. Really don't have any need for the jammer and the recharge booster, so we're just going to go ahead and get the reloader, and then we're going to go ahead and pick up this mantis here, because having another crew member is useful. Having at least one crew member for every room, I should say, is the best.
You don't want to get another missile?
Now, they didn't really have a whole lot of missiles, and I'm not really that bothered by not having any missiles. Because in most encounters, I only really need one missile, and that's just to take out their shields. After that, I can use the burst laser to take care of everything else. We are out of fuel. Yeah, I got some to spare. I get plenty of scrap for that. So it's really not a bad fuel. So now, actually, they just saved me a whole lot of trouble here. So now all I have to do is put power into the medbay, and I win. I can just sit back and chill out and let the paid fight experience at this point. Not to mention having a mantis is extremely useful in fights too. Because it just does buttloads of damage. Which is also why it stinks when you get boarded by mantises, because then you're shut alive. Let's take away the power from that med place. Nothing really happened there. That beacon sort of scared me. You doubt this one. Certainly not. So we'll just go the traditional route. Oh my goodness. Yeah, why not? I get 8 whole misses out of that deal, so that's really not bad. Not a bad.
Yeah, probably there got 1,000.
Drone schematics. I always seem to get drone schematics when I don't have. We're gonna go ahead and go off the beaten path here to go to the rock homo because he doesn't really have. Yeah, he doesn't have the NG cruiser yet, so. Well, I get that. You get that no matter what, as long as you get to a certain point in the game. But I'm going to the rock homo to see if I can't get the rock ship as well. And this is another reason why you want to always have missiles when you have the opportunity, especially at this point in the game, is because that's when people start getting, that's when enemies start getting more than one shield. If it's just one shield, your lasers can get through easily, like that, and hit when it needs to hit. But when they have 2 shields, obviously it's not quite so easy. Now I've taken care of their weapons, so I don't have to worry about that. I pretty much just kind of have to bounce my laser back and forth between shields and weapons, and I'm pretty much I just send my MG to help the Mantis because he can't repair for shit. And every little bit helps. Power back into the shields, because no one would be shieldless. I think at this point it's going to be good for me to invest in the engines. No, excuse me. Because my Mantis won't really gain EXP in engines unless they actually miss their shots. So the more evasion that you have, the better chances that he's going to get better at that. And that means more evasion. So it's more of a long-term investment, but it's still a good investment. Another pirates. Not enough power, that's right. As you can see, as opposed to when we started, the charge time on the weapons are actually a lot lower. And that thing I picked up is actually very useful too as well. Oh sweet, give me up something. If you don't mind. That's enough from the, I don't want to waste too many missiles because I'm kind of in a missile budget right now. Plus all we really need is the lasers. That's great. Ding. So this is the quest line to actually get the rock ship as well. And scrap is scrap. You're always going to, for this, you're always going to wind up near a star. At this point, all you can really kind of do is just sit there and take it. You're going to be set on fire, no matter what. It's not like close on the doors, will it? I gotta try to get out of here as soon as possible, but it's like, I'm in a bad position right here. Alright, now we can jump out there. And of course the next quest marker is 80 away. Don't really need the scraps, we're gonna keep that. I do need a fix, we're gonna go to the store. Should see if we can pick up some fuel as well. Another star, that's ridiculous. Okay.
I'm gonna get a tea.
Oh, sweet, thanks.
I'll be bringing you down there, cat for now.
Appreciate it. Okay, we're just gonna keep it like that for now. Well, I took care of that little nuisance. We're just gonna go ahead and jump into the quest and not even worry about the distress signal because, yeah. See, now we got the rock generator. So that's 2 ships we've unlocked in 1 run. So that's useful. And we also get the rock plating augment as well, which is always useful.
Sweet.
Let's see here. Superior hull armor provides a 15% chance to negate incoming hull damage. Hit systems will still be damaged. Yeah, that's a lot more useful than it sounds. We're just gonna chill out here for a second. What you want, child? Alright, let's take a cancel. Monday. Okay. We'll wait for that to cool down, this is really hot. Okay, we'll jump to the exit. I get it. Fuel for drone parts. Don't need drone parts, so that is no skin off of my teeth. Go ahead and go to the pirate controlled sector because man's controlled sectors suck. At this point, we're going to start to seriously consider putting more scrap into shields or engines. because the closer you get towards the end of the game, the more and technically, well, I should have lost my train of thought. I'm just going to go ahead and put it into shields, and shields are still extremely useful, even with missiles fire. Let's have him scout the sector because it's a more useful thing. Because this lets me know dangerous stuff. There's the asteroid field here. This lets me know when there's other ships there. And then, of course, that's really all you need to know. Is if there's a ship there, distress signals, and stores, of course, and then really crappy areas like asteroid fields. Obviously, we're probably not going to have the time to even get to go there. So it's not a huge deal, but better safe than sorry. Now I have the choice to go into an asteroid field, which chances are it's probably going to put me into a fight in an asteroid field, but why not? Or you take damage. Again, not a tremendous loss there. I get a free drone schematic, which means the next store I get to go to is going to be free scrap. If I remember to sell it. Now we have a quest line here where I can take them to a specific destination. I get free scrap out of it. And plus, I'm going to be heading in that direction anyway, so I might as well. Plus I get fuel, missiles, scrap. You never have too much scrap. I'm just going to ignore that asteroid belt, because that's more of a pain in the ass than it needs to be. Another neutral area, so I get nothing out of that. Not a huge deal. Another reason, obviously, why you want missiles. Firebombs aren't gonna do anything for me here, because as you can see, if they kind of like candy cane strike, that means there's no oxygen going through those rooms, which means fires are gonna last almost 2 seconds. So that's a wasted. So that winds up being a wasted missile as a result. Just gonna go ahead and unpause it here. Let that Artemis missile fly first, and see how much I can actually take out. Absolutely nothing. Yay. Okay. Obviously I don't want to fire, because there's no way for me to really reliably get through all those shields. It's just this triple laser here. Okay, so we don't need the Artemis anymore. I am going to aim for their engines this time though, because the auto assaults are really annoying, because they dodge everything. Okay, now I have to get my NG over there to help him fix stuff, because otherwise I don't have a weapon to use in that case. Not a huge deal, because I took out his weapons first anyway. So. Now, I got my good stuff out of it, got my resources, now I get to prepare. Make sure everybody's healed up first. Alright. Now, again, we're at a point where I need to figure out what I'm going to spend my scrap on. Because I got a lot of scrap and nothing to show for it. We could always fight the ship. It does have a missile launcher though. So I'm gonna take damage no matter what. I'm just gonna send him on his way and go to the next sector. Which of course we have no choice but to go through the rock entrance because of our earlier choice. It's a good sign to have a store right off the bat, because that means we can get fuel now. Shield charge booster. I was gonna say, if I was actually using the stealth fighter, I would use the stealth. I would get the stealth weapon because that lets me shoot without disrupting cloak, as you can read there, I'm sure. Although we gotta spend a ton of scrap on necessities here. So these drones finally. So that gets me some of it back. I'm kind of tempted to get the shield recharge booster because that's still useful. Because we're so late in the game, having the scrap recovery arm isn't going to pay for itself, so there's no reason for me to have it. If you have the option and you have the scrap to get a scrap recovery arm early in the game, you definitely want to take it because again, it's it'll pay for itself many times over. You can actually have more than one scrap recovery arm. So, obviously, you'll be showered in scrap and have a pretty sick ship by that point. So, you gotta take the shield, recharge. You can never recharge 2 quick. So, take the bottom heads and top. Or not. And I've got intruders too. Spectacular. Also forgot to okay, my engine's in danger here, so we're gonna accept their offer of surrender because we don't want to take the information already. They're still attacking me. They're jerks.
What else is
I accepted their surrender. They shared my it also doesn't help that NGs aren't very good fighters either. I'm gonna put extra power here into so we're in kind of rush shape at the moment. We need to definitely get need to get the sorry, the camera back online, so I can figure out just how screwed I am as far as wire goes. Okay, we definitely know where I'm at. Okay. So now we're at least back somewhere where we can finally get back to some sense of normalcy.